There is another Buhari with me in the studio. There is Muhammadu Buhari, President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And there is Fatai Buhari, Senator representing Oyo North in the Senate. So, the Buhari I'm talking about is the Buhari in Aso Rock. Conversant with the world capitalist system is recession. The development trajectories of developed and developing economies show that they periodically go in and out of recession, with some coming out stronger. When President Buhari re-emerged in 2015 as head of state, he was confronted by a receding economy. Presenting his first budget as a civilian president, Muhammadu Buhari, on Tuesday the 22nd of December 2015, draws attention to the volatility of oil price in the international market, saying by June 2014, oil prices averaged $112 per barrel. But as of December 2015, the president says the price of oil was $39 per barrel. This huge decline, Mr. President proceeds, is having a painful effect on the Nigerian economy. The president in 2015 took the opportunity to promise that government will secure the country, rebuild the economy, and make the Federal Republic of Nigeria stronger than it has ever been.
The state of our economy is a source of concern for many. This has been further worsened by the unbridled corruption and security challenges we have faced in the last few years. From those who have lost their jobs to those young people who never had a job, to the people in the Northeast whose families and businesses were destroyed by insurgents. This has been a difficult period in our nation's history. Lessons that we must not forget or ignore as we plan for the future. By June 2014, oil prices averaged $112 United States dollars per barrel. But as at today, the price is under $39 per barrel. This huge decline is having a painful effect on our economy. Consumption has declined at all levels. In both the private and public sectors, employers have struggled to meet their salary and other employee-related obligations. The small business owners and traders have been particularly hard hit by this state of affairs. Fellow Nigerians, the confidence of many might be shaken. However, I stand before you today promising that we will secure our country, rebuild our economy, and make the Federal Republic of Nigeria stronger than it has ever been. The answers to our problems are not beyond us. They exist on our farmlands, our corporations, in the universities, in the hearts and minds of our entrepreneurs, through the gallantry of our armed forces, and the resolute spirit of Nigerians, especially the youth, who have refused to give up despite all the obstacles confronting them. The budget proposal, the first by our government, seeks to stimulate the economy, making it more competitive by focusing on infrastructural development, delivering inclusive growth, and prioritizing the welfare of Nigerians. We believe that this budget, while helping industry, commerce, and investment to pick up, will, as a matter of urgency, address the immediate problems of youth unemployment and the terrible living conditions of the extremely poor and vulnerable Nigerians. In the medium to longer term, we remain committed to economic diversification through import substitution and export promotion. This will build resilience in our economy. It will guarantee that the problems we have today will not confront our children and their children. This shall be our legacy for generations to come.
Here we go.
State Affairs with Edmond Obilo is live. Stay tuned.
That was Buhari in 2015. He said he will secure the country. Is the country secured? Nigerians are dying in their numbers every day following armed revolts by militias in Zamfara, Sokoto, Katsina, and Benue. Remember that in 2018, 32 persons were brutally killed in Gandhi village and nearby communities of Rabba local government area of Sokoto State. Governor Aminu Tambuwa describes the attack as unfortunate. The deaths are connected to herdsman-farmer or rustlers clashes. The middle belt of Nigeria has been under siege by militias known as herdsmen who go into villages, kill their victims for their cows to live. In June 2018, suspected Fulani herdsmen killed about 200 persons in Bakila, the local government of Plateau State. It was a Black Saturday. One of the deadly attacks of Boko Haram in 2018 was the attack on troops of the 81 Division Forward Brigade at Jili village in Gendam district in Yobe State. The militants in their huge numbers overran the base. Remember the April 5th bank robbery in Offa, in Kwara State? Ruthless bandits killed about 30 persons, including policemen. Has Buhari secured the country? Has he rebuilt the economy? Over 4 million Nigerians lost their jobs in 2017. Did you listen to Buhari there? Why President Buhari spoke, Senator Buhari clapped for him. And now Senator Fatai Buhari is on State Affairs. Senator Buhari, it's good to have you on State Affairs.
Thank you, Edmond. Good morning.
You clapped for Buhari in 2015.
Yep.
Do you still clap for him?
Yep.
Why?
Yeah, you see, the issue of this country, let me just take you back to history. In that same 2015, I was one of the privileged Nigerians that was with Buhari one day around 12 midnight. And I quote, I knew Nigerian economy is very, very bad, but I didn't know that it was to this extent. End of quote. In that side, Kemi Adeosun, who was the Minister for Finance, too, was there that night. In that said, but inshallah, I will change it. All of us laugh and we clap for him. Economic situation and then political situation or even insecurity in this country has been there long, even before Buhari. I remember when I was in the House of Rep, Obasanjo, Odi, in the South. It has always been there. The truth of the matter is that Nigerians themselves, we need what is called reorientation. How can we live together? Some people will tell you religion, some people will tell you population. We are not as populated like India or even China. But the truth of the matter is that how and why can't we live with ourselves? Look at it. when you were making a comment before Buhari spoke, you said S-men, Fulani S-men, religious intolerance. Everywhere there is one or two small problems, but not to this level of killing each other just because of silly thing.
Senator Buhari, blame me. Blame me. I'm the president.
You're not the president.
So blame me.
I'm not blaming you. You made a comment, and then the truth of the matter is that if the president is a human being, the president too is a human being. He has people everywhere. It's Nigerians that are everywhere. We are the one that we first and foremost learn. We should learn how to live with each other. I just started by telling you
the president should teach us.
He has been doing that. It is difficult.
Is he a good teacher? If a president teaches and the student don't learn, who do you blame? The teacher?
No, not the teacher.
Okay.
If your teacher, you've been to school, Edmond, if your teacher is teaching you and he has done all this better and you are not learning, you are getting Udo every day, so we should blame the teacher. Meanwhile, other students are getting it right. So it's not the president alone. We all have one blame or the other to take.
Senator Buhari, how did you win your election? Did you buy votes?
No. You see, one good thing is let me gist you. One of the best elections that I've ever witnessed is the last election. People may say some people are buying vote, but most of the election, most people in most areas, the election was a bit free and fair. They were both buying here and there, but don't mind one thing. The electorate, I've learned one thing. What have you been able to do for us? Is there. Your record will speak for you in more than 50% of the areas.
You know I have sympathy for you.
I don't know, because you didn't come and vote for me. You are not from Okyogo. You are not from Ogbomoso. If you are there, you have gone to register there.
I voted in Ibadan.
I'm not contesting Ibadan. I'm not contesting Ibadan. I contested in Oyo North.
How come you allowed your party to lose the governorship?
Oh, go back to history. In 1999, it was the progressive. 1999 to 2003. 2003 to 2011, the conservative took over. 2011 to 2019, we were there. Now another person. It's dynamic. It's changes. People decide. It's democracy.
But you didn't deliver your local government, did you?
So what?
Did you deliver your local government?
Of course, we have 5 local government in my area. We won 3, PDP won 1, and then ADP won 1.
You should have won everything.
How?
Are you not a sitting party?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You allow people to decide. See, the angle some people see you is different from the angle other people see. Let me give you one funny thing that happened to me. During the electioneering campaign, when some of my opponents couldn't get anything to do to me, they started lying. One of them even said that I took a polytechnic to my hometown and I took a dam to my hometown.
Who said that? Monica Takonde?
No, Monica Takonde is also from Ogbomoso. Of course, we wouldn't have been able to talk about Ogbomoso. I say one of my opponents. But the people from the way I was contesting from that Okyogo have a lot of passion. They were very objective. They knew the fact. They didn't even listen to that trash. They look at the record of what you have been able to do and use that to decide.
The people you represent suffer from hunger.
Yeah.
Their farm produce rotting in their farms.
Yeah.
They don't have good roads. Senator Buhari, blame yourself.
I don't need to blame myself because the good roads, it was not there since 1999.
So how many roads did you build? I mean the APC. The APC. How many roads did the APC build for Okyogo people?
Edmond, you are absolutely right. We were able to do from Ishayin, are you following me, to Okyo. But there's a major road that was one of the reasons I was having a small problem with Fashola. That is Oyo Ishayin Road.
Yes.
And then we've agreed. It has always been in the budget, but the truth of the matter is that the moment you are able to do that particular road, you've solved our problem in Okyo.
Now, you just mentioned one of the problems you have with Fashola.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
No. Let's limit it to that. The one, because I'm only talking about where I'm representing.
No, and is Fashola stalling the completion of that road?
No, that's not the issue. The issue is that the road has not even been started at all. The one I would rather say they are stalling is Oyo Ogbomoso Road, and then they've gone back to site. The 50% completion has already reached Ikpeba. It's only remaining between Ikpeba to Ogbomoso town. I'm talking of Oyo to Ishayin, which is a critical economical road for this country, for that zone. And God willing, we'll do it this year.
Now you are a second-term senator. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Edmond.
It's not easy to get a second term in Oyo State as a senator.
No, it's easy to get in Oyo State. It's only Oyo North that I'm getting for the first time. Teslim has done Oyo Central twice, and then another person has done Oyo South. So it's only Oyo North that we've never had.
Oyo South. You know, there's something unique about Oyo South.
I don't know. Except you tell
Your
me.
friend, the governor, was taught a lesson.
It's not my friend, it's my boss.
Your boss, the governor, was taught a lesson.
I don't know what you mean by lesson.
He was defeated.
It's normal.
He was beaten.
He was not the only one that was beaten. Even sitting governor in Bauchi was beaten. Let me give you a scenario. In Benue, a sitting governor at that time, Gabriel Suswan, lost election after 8 years to come to the Senate. But he went back to the drawing board. It's not a senator-elect. He's back again. He defeated the guy that defeated him.
There might not be drawing box for Ajimobi.
You can't say it. You can't say that you are not God.
No, look at his age.
You can't say it.
No, so you mean Ajimobi will contest again?
I'm just saying, you don't. Gamade is 78. Abdullah, there's a man that won. Hold on. There's a man that won the election from Gombe, Bulkachua, in 74. Now.
In the Senate.
It's a senator-elect.
Now tell me something. What's going on? I want you to tell me.
Like what?
Who's going to be the next Senate president?
The next Senate president, God willing, is going to be Ahmed Lawan.
Yes, so you are with the party.
I'm with the party.
You are a loyal party man.
I am.
I don't know why you are always loyal.
Well, no, because it's the party. In Nigeria, we don't have independent candidates.
You were almost skimmed out the last time. You were lucky to have gotten the chairmanship of a committee.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Even the chairmanship of the committee I got, they thought it's a grade B party chairmanship. But look at what God did to me with it. I was able to turn it around and become one of the grade A chairmanship now. Everybody is even lobbying to be chairman ICT.
Now, what is Aline Dume planning?
Aline Dume? Well, let me tell you one thing. The scenario that happened in 2015 will not happen now.
It won't happen.
It won't happen. Two reasons. In 2015, we were left alone. Some of us were in conference center, some in other places. But this time around, about 3 weeks ago, the president called us for a dinner to congratulate all the senators elect. At that meeting, all the APC governors were there. Working committee, they were there. Our leaders of the party were there. And then they specify that, look, a 2015 incident won't allow it to happen this time around. We will go to the drawing board and give you, we have 6 zones in this country, and we have 6 positions in the Senate, 6 positions in the House of Reps. And then I said, look, we are zoning the Senate presidency to Northeast. We are zoning the speakership to Southwest. The remaining 5 positions, we'll talk to you in due course. And we are appealing to you that, look, let's do it this way for the interest of the party. We all knew what happened at this present regime. The relationship between the National Assembly and then the executive was not all that cordial. There was always one problem or the other.
Yeah.
There's no meeting before you send in your bill. Let me give you a shocker. 5 days ago, we were on the floor. And then the president sent back to us 17 bills that he didn't assent to. Because there's no relationship, there's no discussion. There have to be discussion. Even in the developed world in America, you engage your senator. There's what is called caucus meeting. There's what is called bills meeting. Throughout my 4 years, we have never had even one.
And Saraki has been taught a lesson, right?
I don't know. That's
he
why
won't dare the president again.
I don't know.
He won't dare Tinubu again, right?
I don't know.
Alan Tinubu has relocated to Abuja. Have you seen him?
He has always been in Abuja, Edmond.
No, body lawn now is empty. He has moved to Abuja.
He has always been in Abuja, Edmond. If he moved to Abuja, is he coming to the chamber? If you want to move to Abuja, Edmond, you are welcome. Anybody, Abuja is the capital of Nigeria.
Wonne Afronelly is still on state affairs. Wonne, how do you feel when you listen to senators, Nigerian politicians?
Edmond, this is, I wouldn't want to disrespect my elders.
Yes, but again, you live in a country like Nigeria. Have the political class met the demands of young people like you?
Oh, well, I'm just going to reiterate what I tell my senior friends who are 50 and above. I try to tell them that they have failed in their responsibilities to raise a stronger, younger generation. Because if I were to ask Senator, sir, I wouldn't know, I don't know, but I think you're above 50, and I'd love to know, when do you intend to retire?
Retirement? When I see seriousness in people like you, And then Edmund just asked a question 2 minutes ago. He said, "Did you buy vote?" And I said, "No." Who are the ones selling the vote? How many people did the young guys caught selling the vote and discipline? How many people did the young guys that were given the opportunity to rule, even to be governors? Even the older ones are even better than the younger ones that we are looking at. I'm one of the few guys, when we're sponsoring the bill, not too young to rule. I have so much hope. But when you now see the way our boys, our young guys that she's claiming, were behaving, you will be amazed. Some of them will ask you for money even before they go and vote. They will tell you they don't have transport money.
They are learning from their fathers.
Then they should allow their fathers to continue.
Yes, Senator Fatai Buhari is on State Affairs. We'll be back after this break. So, don't go away.